comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Get this mission started.
Bring the heat!
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Player 2 is just about out of driver. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out. Alright. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Does a good job of pushing back. Taking stock. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Alright, what's coming up next? Checks him with the boom. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Goes for the jump in there! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Who's going to start things off? Burns the drive gauge. Hits him with a stop and pop. Player 2 is going to have an experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. So can they survive this badly timed burnout? Sonic boom. Air flasher. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Burnout activates. Checks him with the boom. Not much life left, but their drive usage makes it in there. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
All right, ready? Bring the heat.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to beat out the jump? almost had it, but he gets blocked. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Up and he adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 2 turned this right around with that super. Hits him with a stop and bop. Player 2 in there. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Grabs and throws him away. Who's going to start things off?
Where you go?
Spends the gauge on the drive rush. They were right to be on guard there. Will they be able to manage what little drive gauge they have? Attack, defend, anything. Player 1 has just goes for it at this range. Eraser hit, we're gonna see it rain. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. Player experiencing burnout. Barely blocks the jump in. Awesome! Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Fires without warning. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Springs forward with the drive rush. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Both of them back off. It turns out this could get out of nowhere. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with the fireball. Nice. Gotta do better than that. Big throws. Throws them. That throws you some good damage. Player 1 had a rough go of it last round due to poor driving. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. Okay, here we go. Player 2 can't use drive, betting it all on the drive run. Player 2 turns out. More fuel for the fire. Tops off the tank and scores the win. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
Comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Show me everything you have!
Bring the heat!
Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. Now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 has the life lead. It's not a small life lead, but it's not over. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Well-timed command throw there. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Long low attack hit. Will this super arc connect? Burnout is triggered. Gets the jump in. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike and take the round. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left open. Player 2 in there! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight!
Hits them with a stopping block. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Rips the slasher out. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Player 1. This is going to be bad news. Target locked and scoop. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Do they have enough drive gauge? Drive gauge is almost empty. They got to be careful. Player experiencing burnout. Going in. Medium kick hit. Hits them with a stopping block. Heavy punch sends him flying. Player 1 will look. They can't squander this punish counterattack. Looking to plant him with a no escaping that. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Backdash to start. Then tries to make something happen with an overdrive on. Rush that off and keeps going. Screw pile driver! There's no escape! Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Oh, putting the cherry on top! Connects with the throw! Player 2, huge chance after that wall splash! Player 2 is in burnout state. Okay, nothing stops this train! Reach out and hug him! Player 2 can't use any drive boost! Gotta play it! This is gonna hurt! They're in range! We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Are you kidding me? Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle! Talk about a show! That match had it all!
A new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Can they outlast it? We've got both sides without a drive gauge. How will they overcome this? Taking stock. Neither of them willing to back off here. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Knockdown. Hits them with a stop and bop. Recovers from burnout. Rips the slasher out. Throws out a projectile. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. they decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Trying to read each other here? Not much drive gauge to work with for both fighters here. They take some time in there. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jump, brushes that off and keeps going. Up into the air off the just cool. Seeing how that round wound up very close, how will both sides tackle the next? Experiencing burnout. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Big kick blow. Good old slap. It's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. They just made that very tricky combo look easy. That's how you know they're on another level. Anti-air in the clutch. Throws them. What'll happen here? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count. What a finish! Player one made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. They cancel out each other's moves. Player two has used up all of their drive gauge. They can open up this round big by converting this punish count. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. They can't keep track of these corner switches. Oh, whiffs the throw. Takes a trip. KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jump. 100 hand slap. Jumps. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Going in, jackknife maximum cuts clean through them. How will they manage their drive gauges? A quick breather. Just goes for it at this range. Genius read with that throw escape. Their spacing is so on point, the counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Goes for the jump in to start. So last round, were they baiting them into that? Up into the air off the just cool. Low heavy. Smart stuff, poking out that range to zone the opponent. Holy! Shrug that off! Player two is in burnout state, but they're turning it right up with a super! Hold up, it's the final bout! Pack it up, this match might be over! This is going to hurt! Sets up with the jump in! Wrecks them! They're back into the corner now! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? It is over! Player one delivers the upset! That's one for the replays.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Good old slaps. Jumps. Very solid corner. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Gets a normal hit from the drive impact. They're still good. Taking stock. Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. The fight continues. It's down to the wire. Burnout is triggered. Sticks the combo. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. Gets him. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
The jump in catches him. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Hits him with a stopping block. Good old slap. Players, burnout activates. Charges forward. Player 1 is dominating this match. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Player 1 grabs it cleanly. Player 1 played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Parries the attack, and a parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. Player, they can't squander this punish counter chance. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? They trade. Rips the slasher out. Oh, they can't ignore that super gauge gap. In there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Smart play to stop the opponent there. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Hits them with a stopping bomb. No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive burnout activates. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Barely blocks the jump, delivers the pain right to their doorstep. What'll happen here? The charges forward. Life lead is there, but oh my god, they just choked it up! 100 KO! Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed! What a win! Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Was that a good decision? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. What's the play here? Player 1 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Strings it all together. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Heading into the end, and that attack ends. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jumping. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Anything off the smash? No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. Very slick with the combo. Barely blocks the jump in. Big man's coming for you. Flies in with the headbutt. KO! Player 1 played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The attack is parried. Denies the attack, and parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. They need to hold out. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Taking stock. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Knockdown. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Sticks the jump in.
100-hand slap.
Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage.
Overdrive cut in there.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Right off the bat, there's no hesitation. They start the offensive by charging forward. Uses the parry. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Okay, creating some space here. Out of range. Relatively safe. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Charges forward. Going on the offensive? How can they steal this win in such a precarious situation?
Burns the gauge and it's showtime. It's the weekend.
This can lead to some big damage.
What'll be the plan here?
Driving back misses. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Oh my god, they just choked it up.
Player 1 can't use any fight.
What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Open with a jump in. 100-hand slap. Turning it right up with a super. The final bout is about to start. You don't step in the ring with Honda and expect to walk away. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they catch them?
Gotta do better than that. Dangerous range sees the overhead coming. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Zuma reads the jump in perfectly.
Nice!
This is gonna hurt. Carried to the cold, that's how you close it out. What a beast!
Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Showtime, baby!
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player one is just about out of drive after that. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped. Big trouble here. The stun is going to leave them defenseless. This is going to hurt. What's the play here? Player two will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Will that drive impact get punished? Miss your mark with an impact and you're open to a punish. Not much drive to work with at the moment. Goes for the super art? Taking stock. Burnout is triggered. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. KO! Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? Projectile to try and change the situation. Player one did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Risky up close overdrive jackknife. What'll happen here? Player one is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Air slasher. Jump. Player one is dominating this match. The super doesn't hit. KO. Player one took no time to finish that fight.
You should have. Beast mode, baby. No escape. How's this?
A new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Showtime, baby!
Time to erase you.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Player one has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Nothing but air for the impact. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Gets a good read on their opponent. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whip an attack and then strike without hesitation. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Throws them. What's next? All right, what's coming up next? Let's off a projectile to waste time. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Opts for the throw to close it out.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight.
Rips the slash around. Adult baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Can't tech the throw? A quick breather. They were expecting that drive impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive moves. Player 1 needs to use the threat of looking to impress with this super. Player 1 drop. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Jumps up. Side switch in the corner. Hits them with a stop and pop. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Both fighters planning something? A real test of nerves here. Jump! Did all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we gonna witness a blow up here? Hits them with a stop and pop. Sticks the combo. Decent damage. What's next? Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Player 1 is just about out of drive out. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. This is a real back-and-forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Fireball from very hard. What's next here? Pokes with a medium kick. Knockdown. Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning out. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. A super art. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing.
The deed is done.
Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Fight.
The next round hits them with a stop and pop. Beautiful setup for that attack. Up into the end. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump with experiencing burnout. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a perfect parry. How will they follow up? This is going to be bad news. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Hits them with a stop and pop. Good instinct to spend resources while they have them to tack on more damage. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 faced a giant and walked away unscathed. What a win! It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. The low heavy hits. Lots of aggression from both sides. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Impact's a no-go. Okay, creating some space here. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Brushes off the impact. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Going in. Player digs in deep to get that drive impact. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Both of them are low on health and are playing. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jump in. brushes that off and keeps going. Air slashing. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Both fighters planning something? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Risky up close found the opening and snares them boom. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Jackknife maximum cuts clean through him. Rips the slasher out. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Makes a solid read with the trapper. You need guts to pull that off. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
The low. Final connects with the throw. Player 1 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Here comes the corner pressure. Okay, here we go. The low drop. Clean transition to Toxic Blossom. Hits the low. Amazing. Holy, nothing stops this train. In with the rush. Oh my God, what a throw tech. Like they're just gonna go for it with the super. The low kick hit. Genius read with that throw escape. Hotogeki to the face. Player 2 is in a fair. Ooh, taking him for a rock. Are you kidding me? Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Poison's on the menu.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Knockdown. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. Long low attack hit. Air slasher. Player 2 needs to switch it up if they want to take it home. Rips the slasher out. Gets them with the anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Manages to block the jump in attack. There's an overdrive art. Hits them with a stop and block. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Shows a medium kick. Dashes. Drive gauge gap here. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Looking for a chance. Experiencing burnout. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Jumps in. Connects with the throw. Both sides get his medium kick. Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Checking their reactions with a fireball? Okay, they trade hits. Checks with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Taking stock. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 1 chases them down. Orchid Spring KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Can't tech the throw. Nightshade Pulse comes out to play. Holds out with the block. Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Going in, Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Scrapping it out up close. Player 2 will have... Ooh, what a smart throw! This is a complete shutdown. They can't... Perfect execution with the anti-air. Are we going to see it?
Turning it right up with a super. Sits him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round.
My magnum open!
Puts him on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Checking their reactions with a fireball?
Okay.
Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Bops them with a target combo. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. All right, what's coming up next? Can't tech the throw? Next hit will end with a projectile. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Nightshade Pulse comes out to play. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have?
Hits him with a stopping bot. Up into the... It's a good spot to use the super. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Big opportunity now in this corner. Still slugging it out at this range. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 1 crushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters planning the low. A real test willing to risk it for the overdrive. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Will they gamble something? Turns out. The low block. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drop. This is gonna hurt. Dangerous range here. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final escape. Knockdown. Here comes the mixer. Closes it out. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Strings it all together. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Backs them into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Still slugging it out here. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Strings it all together. Medium kick hits. Barely blocks the jump in. All right, what's coming up next? Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Rushing attack to start. That's a nice way to get someone's attention. Air flasher. Player 1 chases them down.
They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Player 1 holding on to that super art. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move!
My magnum opus!
Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect! Home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets a good read on their opponent. Gets through the opening. Player 2 is just about out of drive. The combo's there. Decent damage. What's next? Nails the anti-air. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Knockdown. Player 1 chases them down. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Medium kick. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Brushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. They exchange blows. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Charges forward. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Blocks the impact. Both life and super art gauges are not looking good. Time to dig in deep to get that right. Are we gonna see a connects with the throw? Going in? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first?
Nice! Pop the painted talent and Aki's going hunting! Fires off an air slasher!
Presses for a reactive blow, heavy, but no go! Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. The drive impact doesn't work. Excellent read.
Hits that with confidence.
Maximum strike.
Oh, putting the cherry on top.
What are they gonna do? That was the highest if I've ever seen one. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The low block. Jumps in. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Ooh, does them dirty. Amazing. This can lead to some big damage. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Are they going to be able to come back? What a finish! Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Showtime!
Round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Tries to get a breather with a projectile. That overhead was a bit obvious. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Hold your breath! Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? The grab misses. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. In a dire situation, KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Throws out a projectile. Air slasher. Just moments ago, we saw some very solid pressure against the wall. That's how you close out games. It's so hard to fight back against that. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna hit them with a stopping block? Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. They gotta press here. They're going for the super arc. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Now, can they finish the job? Player 2 is barely Hank drive, in fact misses. There's a change of sides. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Hazanchu escapes the corner. Oh, the throw connects. Okay, here we go. Will this super arc do anything? Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Slow, heavy, but no go. This is a critical moment. What are they gonna do? Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center. Pumps the brakes on the impact. What a read with that anti-air. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back.
Round 1. Fight.
So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Goes for an overhead. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Beautiful setup with that attack. Punishes there with the drive impact, really laying on the pressure. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Knockdown takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Still scrapping for control of the space. Going in, they're going for the super. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Was looking for that jump attack. The jump in is denied. Their spacing is so on point, but who's gonna blink first? Jumps in. There's the bar of Kikocho. Quick breather. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meat. They're going for the super arc. That's not gonna hit. Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Time to reassess the situation. Out of range. Relatively safe. Player 1 can't use any drive, experiencing burnout. Going in. Player 1 looking to impress with this super. Air slasher. Player 2 has a chance to win the round. Closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2, Chase adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Air slasher! Okay, creating some space here. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Oh god, this is KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. From upstairs, hits him with a stop and bop. Scrapping it out up close. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Medium kick hit. Connects with medium, a super art. Wow, that's some big time damage there. Brushes that off and keeps going. Oh, plot twist. There's a change of sides. KO! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Gets the counter hit. Rips the slasher out. Jumps up. Cross up attack. Player 1 is in a very... They're going for the super art. And it is on. There's the bar out of Kikocho. Both sides getting ready. What will they do next? Kikocho from heaven. Lands this. Oh, putting the cherry on top. What now? They've got about half life left. Down into and whips. They're wide open. Serenity. Okay, here we go. Takes it. Pokes with a kick. Oh, the throw connects. Take drive rush. Player 1 connects with the throw. Player 1 with... I called it. Who's gonna take it? Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Impact squash. They are done. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. We're here in the first round with one of crowns him from above. Oh, says no to the impact. Goes for the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Uses the gauge. Can this super art set things into motion? Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Brushes off the impact. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Experiencing burnout. Reaches out with them, adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 2 turned this right around with that super. Goes for the jump in. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Each hit is so important here. Closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediately hits them with a stop and bop. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? A quick breather. Player 1 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Experiencing burnout. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Both fighters planning something? Medium kick. Side switch in the corner. Player 1 will look hit them with a stop and pop. Medium kick hits. The greatest Sobot! Can they build on it? Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Jumps, barely blocks. There's a wall slap. They can't do anything now. Turning it right up with the super. What raw super art incoming? Both sides getting ready. Gets the corner. The drive impact doesn't work.
Player 2 can't break through with the throw. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited system with a stop and bomb.
Shows the overhead. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Gets the jump in. Does a good job of pushing back. Projectile to try and change the situation. Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford KO.
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go.
The super armor does its job. Very solid corner position. Gets out of the corner. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going.
Player 1 experiencing burnout. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous hit them with a stop and bomb. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Jumps. Blocks the impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Jumps in. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Rips the slash distantly to some big damage. A real test of nerves here. Wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 made all the right moves. And this experience is only going to make them stronger. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready.
Burnout is triggered. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Can they outlast it? And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Neither of them willing to back off. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Knockdown.
Player 2 has the meter lead.
Heading into the end game now.
It's KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage on them. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 1 will have to get the bar out of control. Knockdown and... can they keep on him?
You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match.
Air slasher. Jumps up.
A quick breather.
Nice air slasher. Oh, plot twist. Crowns him from above. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? This is gonna hurt. Just and whip. They're wide open. Oh, yo, rock super hit. What a finish. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Dragon